ball, but Pinto's offside. I'm Nicholas Fiore bringing it. I hope you're going to enjoy the call tonight. It's the championship side, newly formed York United Academy, the affiliate of the CPM side, York United, taking on your Woodbridge Strikers. So, second round of the Cup, winner gets a date in the quarterfinals. First two, we just still don't know yet, but it could be Burlington as they defeated Pickering. That could be the route. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Match Day live on Spidey. I'm Nicholas Fiore, bringing you the call tonight. L1ON, of course, enter this match. You would maybe give the favorites to Woodbridge, but look at York United, the youngsters. No age over 21. Wanting to strike early in this wet and rainy Wednesday evening. Starting number 24, Michael Williams. Number 33, Joshua Lopez. Number 34, Anthony Manzor. Number 36, Ryan Giovannini. Number 40, Finn Rabel. Number 43, Bodan Kanofsky. Number 45, Deshaun Taylor. Just coming in, an early stop by Carano. Number 47, Davin Chelu. Number 48, Malik Aiborg. Number 50, Captain Matthew Smith. And number 52, Ardit Abdul. Big early stop for David Carano. He was a big catalyst last time we were here in a league match to make sure he earned a point for Woodbridge. Short corner taken. Can York United strike? The youngsters, remember, coming into the Grove in the bridge, looking to invade. Shot comes in! And it's well wide, but an opportunity goes begging for York United. Starting in goal, 26, David Carano. For Woodbridge, number 3, Captain Gianluca Condello. Number 5, Carmen Fiore. Number 6, Anthony Romaterio. Number 7, Justin Chiquilo. Number 8, Joe Mack. Number 9, Ronaldo Marshall. Number 11, Luca Pinto. Number 13, Alexander Santillion. Number 14, Nabil Hakim. And number 22, Tenzin Wosal. That is your starting 11 for Woodbridge. Bit of a young substitute core for the most part. Anthony Morano back amongst the subs. Ethan Agar Danso as well, a League 2 man. He is committed to NCAA D1 though. Is Danso. And York United have an early throw. Taken by the number 45. In Taylor. That's a high foot if I've ever seen one. An accident there by the number 52 in Ardit Abdul. Or Abdullah, I should say, excuse me. Cold, windy, late May. Would you expect anything different in Ontario, in Canada? I know I wouldn't. Toque winter jacket, neck warmer. Lucky if we get summer weather in June. Here's a Romaterio. Back to Condello. Condello finds Nabil Hakim, who in my opinion has been a pretty decent presence for Woodbridge in his first season at the back line. Here's Luca Pinto. The issue about today is, folks, it can really go anywhere. It can go this slippery surface. Who's going to take the lead? Who's going to hold? Who's going to, have an impact? And it really could go either way. The better team might not win in these circumstances. And I'll tell you why. Because the surface and the play of the game could be different. But here's Pinto. He doesn't care what play this is. And here's Ronaldo Marshall coming forward. I will tell. Marshall. Pinto! Could have released. Now he does! Scores! Luca Pinto strikes. And just like that, Woodbridge are up 1-0 in the cup.
Feel the fight and be Woodbridge Strikers goal! Score in the 6th minute by number 11, Luca Pinto!
Woodbridge 1, York United Academy 0. An early start for the home side, and it's the Woodbridge now vet. Pinto striking and making sure it's 1-0 for Woodbridge early on in the contest. York United has some work to do now. Foul there, pulled back that time. And that is taken now by the Strikers. Please bear with me if you're watching live online, and even when you watch it back live on L1ON YouTube. As you know, it's always up there, almost a day or maybe two after. Try to get that up there for you as quick as possible, a part of Woodbridge Strikers Soccer Club. That the weather conditions are the way they are. It's rainy, it's cold, it's late May, and you know that I do what I do here for Woodbridge on the game day, so here, please bear with me. We've got to make sure the electronics are all safe and sound so we can give you the best broadcast for you online. So it is a pleasure to have you join us. I'm Nicholas Fury, the voice of the Bridge, live on Spotify. Make a free account and watch your League Ontario men and women from Woodbridge sites all season long at the Grove in the Bridge, the 4th year running, the only club to have a home broadcast and live stream in the entire League One Ontario pyramid. Woodbridge up 1-0, courtesy of Luca Pinto. And Joe Mack wants to thread the needle through with a cross-field ball looking for Alexander Centillion. The youngster looks to control. I want to say it's handball called on Centillion. And a free kick going to United Academy. Yes, they are affiliated with the Canadian Premier League side, York United, in the CPL. Hakeem finds Chiquilo, who scored a beautiful goal on the weekend in a 2-2 draw. To Wilsall, now finds Anthony Romateri, the former City of Chape player in Italy. Comes back and now plays for Woodbridge, looking to find Matt. Matt returning from the Simcoe County Warriors. Only a couple games played. He was with Woodbridge last year, and he told me he found his home again at the Grove in the Bridge, and has been terrific and an instant impact for the Strikers. Here's Pinto. Pinto driving on Shohun, and that goes out to touch for a Woodbridge corner kick. So 10 minutes in the contest, it's Woodbridge 1, York United Academy 0. If I'm not mistaken, the winner of this game will have a date with Burlington in the quarterfinal. So Burlington has moved down to the Vaughan and Oakville bracket. Burlington did win. So Woodbridge will play the winner of North Mississauga and FC London, which London will look to play this week as well. So does FC London. So it will be an interesting battle for Woodbridge, but in my opinion, head coach Peter Pinizzotto and Fabio Penta, the assistant, would probably find themselves in an interesting position if they win tonight. Here's Pinto driving. Got Pinto, but it's out for a throw-in. So, as I try to break down the schedule for you here, North Miss play FC London on the 28th of May in North Mississauga at Maddie Sports Bar, 8:30 kickoff, just like tonight. So next week, essentially, They play their game, and that will decide a potential or your Academy could play you. Still don't know who's going to win tonight. But man, those are the championship side in North Mississauga and a FC Athlete side who's not starting so hot, let's just say, in this cup. And in this league, I should say, if Woodbridge get past a championship side tonight, they could get FC London or just struggling Premier Division side as of now, or North Mississauga a championship side, which then they could see a potential Vaughan Derby in the semi-final. Oh, bloody hell, that would be fun. Here's a good ball now to Ronaldo Marshall. Up from the back. Marshall shooting. Look at the surface. It's slippery. You gotta shoot, and you gotta make sure you try to put it on goal, because anything can happen. 1-0 Woodbridge early on. Now trying to control the ball in the middle of the park is Umanzor. Umanzor, the Guatemala native, trying to play it forward. Now collected by Joe Mack. Mack back to Nabil Hakim, and Woodbridge are really controlling the tempo and the pace of the match, and here we go into this one. 13 minutes approaching, 1-0 Woodbridge, courtesy of Luca Pinto. Really, not the strongest of hits either. This surface, all you gotta do is throw the ball to the net. Like people stay in hockey, throw the puck to the net, anything can happen, especially in the playoffs. In football, it's the same. You swing that boot around, put it to the corner, possibility. Wind's picking up here, wind blow in the direction of you towards the camera. So if there is some spots on the camera, we apologize. We literally cannot do nothing about it. It's up in the sky for you to witness and view. But don't worry, because we're catching it here in the booth. And if you're wearing glasses like myself, you need windshield wipers tonight. Here is Nabil Hakim. Good ball through a Chiquilo. Be careful, because this surface, you don't want to get stuck in. If you do, when you pull out, you're in trouble. You lose that one to Condello. Anthony Aromaterio. Aromaterio lost it. Now looking to regain it forward is Lopez. Joshua Lopez can't find the ball. Here's Benson Osal. Osal looking to drive it, and he finds Joe Mack on a very wet surface here. We see the puddles popping up in the turf. Santillion. Flick on looks for Marshall. Then it's cleared out by Kanafosky. That's offside though. Here on the near side. And it will be a free kick for Woodbridge. Centillion with the cross. That does not go into touch as Wilsell picks it up off the really wet surface here at Long Grove tonight. Fiore to Mac in the middle of the park. Mac looking in the middle. Chiquilo. Mac doesn't take. Wants to draw a foul, but he did go down a little light that time. And back the other way coming is this York United Academy side. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Matchday live on Spotty on Nicholas Fury, the voice of the bridge, bringing us play-by-play. It's a pleasure to have you join us here on a cold, wet, rainy, windy Wednesday evening. We'd rather be than at the Grove in the Bridge. I couldn't think of a few places, but hey, we're here. We love it. Woodbridge love it right now because they're up 1-0 courtesy of Luca Pinto. The number 11 left wing back, fullback coming up into the play, making sure he plays dividends in the back of the goal. Goes back to the keeper, Williams. Williams clears his lines. Mac trying to bring it down. Now Mac again, but Chiquilo way offside. He knew it. Just tried to thread the needle though through. Taken quickly. Chance here for Wilsell, looking to jump onto it. He couldn't get onto it, but now Woodbridge looking to control again. That ball is through, but look at the surface. It's going to fly. And these normal through balls are not always going to sit so comfortably on a wet surface like this, and there's no one's fault to it. Just gotta play a little bit more on the deck tonight instead of trying to play the aerial threat, even though yes, that's a big part of the game of football, of course. Simply will win and move on in the cup tonight. That's the way I look at it. Simple football. Pass and go, pass and move, maybe even directness sometimes. It's not the way you want to play, or maybe you're taught, but anything to get out of a cup game like this one. In this weather and circumstance, of course. Mac looking to win it. Aromaterio now. Back to Pinto. Pinto got that ball taken off his boot that time. Giovannini trying to get things rolling. He'll leave that for the throw-in of Taylor. Taylor wins it. Mac all over him. Wilsell has to go backwards. It's going to be tight. An errant pass, and lucky for Wilsell, onto it was Gianluca Condello, the captain, making sure he got onto it, or else that could have been an equalizer and a foul charge to York United. 20 minutes in, 1-0 Woodbridge, an early goal courtesy of Luca Pinto in the 6th minute. The rain was decent pre-game, and just as it started, I mean, it was coming down, but not like this. Now it is technically pouring here. I wouldn't say torrential downpour yet, but it's close to. Wednesday night under the lights. Woodbridge 1. Look at that ball fly at York United Academy nil. It is a tough tap and ask for York United tonight, but can this Academy side get it going? Wind blowing the rain. The only problem about tonight is hopefully nobody gets sick after this. It's cold out here. Here comes York United Academy. Chance here for Taylor, driving it through. Nabil Hakim has to make sure his tackle's perfect, and it was. Winning the ball when Pinto goes long. Wind holding the ball up for York United. Wilsell got a high foot again. That time it's let go. Here's Taylor driving. That's a great tackle by Aromaterio. He wins the ball that time cleanly. Beautiful intervention. And here comes Justin Chiquilo. Chiquilo driving. Now on the near side. Cuts in. Chiquilo gets taken down. And that's a penalty kick. Absolutely right through the rear end of Justin Chiquilo. York United University product. Wins the foul. He was looking for it, but he was always going to get it. beautiful from G Kilo. And can Ronaldo Marshall strike from the penalty spot? In. Could be an important goal in the cup tie for Woodbridge and Ronaldo Marshall. PK won by Justin Chipilo with his speed and break on the near flank. Here is Marshall for another chance for Woodbridge to put it in. He got it! And gets the net Woodbridge up 2-0 at home in the cup, baby.
Feel the fight! Strikers ball! Score in the 22nd minute by number 9, Ronaldo Marshall!
And here comes Woodbridge again. That's gotta be a yellow. They're all over the map right now. This academy side has lost their bearings. They're young, they're challenging to me, and that is a caution. I don't know who to. I'm trying to get after it to the best of my abilities. But it will be a free kick just outside the penalty area, almost another PK for Woodbridge. So, 24 minutes in, Woodbridge have a chance to strike. There will be nobody else standing on this free kick other than the already two-time Team of the Week player, Ronaldo Marshall. 4-1 last week. Another one on the weekend. And another one here in the cup. Might even make the cup Team of the Week. He's on absolute fuego to start the campaign. Exactly what Peter Pinizotto and company wants from Woodbridge. The strikers looking to strike again in quick succession. 2 free kick goals this season for Ronaldo Marshall. 3 goals in 6 minutes, 4 goals in 9 minutes. Can he make 2 goals in 3 minutes here? Just over the penalty area. Marshall stepping over top of it. Can he create magic on a rainy Wednesday? And he goes over top of the goal that time. He's going to want out the back. It's wide for Woodbridge. Oh, I was setting it up like it was. I was trying there. But there's no fruition that time for Ronaldo Marshall. Here's the keeper playing it to Taylor now. In Williams, Taylor holds on. Gets around Chiquilo neatly that time. Chiquilo winning the last penalty from the bridge. And it's none else than Ronaldo Marshall. Picked over and Marshall, 8-0. Here is Marshall winning the ball. Marshall playing, finding back after Wilsau. Wilsau threading it through the pink building. And mentioned that time by T-Sean Taylor. What weather tonight on display? I don't think I've ever broadcasted a game in my career in this type of condition. This is the worst so far. Had a few last year, then it died down. Right now, this is miserable. Well, it's a pleasure to have you join us live on Spydio for Woodbridge Strikers Match Day Live. I'm Jory, the voice of the bridge, bringing us play-by-play on a wet, rainy, and cold Wednesday evening. 2-0 Woodbridge in the second round of the League 1 Ontario Men's Cup against York United Academy. And from your division side versus championship side so far, it's shown that way. But anything can happen. Woodbridge was up 2-0 on the weekend against St. Catherine's Roma Wolves, and they drew 2-2. So, you never know. Gotta play the full 90, don't you? Here is Taylor going back to Glenn Kenistowski. That goes out at the touch for a York United Academy throw. Here is Nabil Hakim, letting it back to Gianluca Condello. Condello going forward, look at the wind, just take that ball, and he can't even be picked up by the keeper. He's got to let that go out. So out of town scores. This is the only League One Ontario men's match cup premiere tonight. In the women's division in the cup, it's 1-0 North Toronto over Waterloo, FC London Rush 0-0, and North Mississauga and St. Catharines yet to begin. So the lone cup match, the lone match in the men's division here. Can Woodbridge get it going? Once again forward. Here is Luca Pinto from Rural Ontario. Pinto driving. Intervention by Tayshawn Taylor. Now it's back to Nabil Hakim. Hakim has to go all the way back. Condello will jump on two. Condello waiting. Picking up here. Here's Condello. I can barely see a thing. Played that one. Kenistowski instead. Kenistowski looks forward and he gives it away to Joe Mack. Mack to Marshall. That's why it's very important to get an early lead in games like this. When the weather is absolutely atrocious, you need the lead. Here is York United. Pinto! Intervention, and he does not win the ball that time. It's going to be a corner. I think he got the wrong player. Talking to Nabil Hakim. But really, it was Pinto. You gotta love when the refs make an error like that, don't you? That's funny. But Nabil took it like a champ. He said, don't worry, Luca, I got you. We're all good. Free kick, York United Academy, standing over top of it is going to be Ryan Giovannini. Can Giovannini drive a ball into the penalty area? If I was him, I would not shoot this. I would go for an in-swing and delivery with this surface and this wet turf. Anything could happen. I would even almost try to drive it low on the ground if I was him. But you know this is probably going in the air. Giovannini, free kick for York United Academy. Looking to cut the lead to half. It's a good ball and headed away by Centillion. Now back with York United. Can this Academy side get it rolling? And it's cleared into touch for a throw-in for York United Academy.
York United Academy yellow card in the 23rd minute to number 43, Bogdan Kenistowski.
As mentioned, it would get you the card as much as it becomes available to me. So Kenistowski will put the card on the Marshall free kick there. Lead. Chance here for York United to equalize. They do. As soon as we get one back, and they do. Off the corner kick. It was loose for them. And they placed it in the back of the net, giving themselves some life and hope in the 30th minute. York United strike. I don't know who put that one in. It was a volley, and it just dropped in off the corner kick. Woodbridge didn't pick it up. Lost maybe in the right rain of the lights. Needless to say, strike in the Academy side. It's 2-1 Woodbridge. Look at that. It was Mavic Ebor the finish.
York United Academy goal scored in the 30th minute by number 48, Malik Ebor.
Ebor with the goal. York United now believes they have some life, and of course they do. They're only down by one. Ball quickly to Pinto. Can Woodbridge strike? Marshall's gone if the ball is fed. Marshall might jump onto this here. He does. Has the goalie out. Marshall trying to cut, but he'll win a corner kick instead. Corner kick for Woodbridge. It's their turn on the set piece. Can they get the goal back that they gave up moments ago? Gonna go short. And Centillion Giovannini. Here is going to be a lucky. Hakeem back to Condello. Condello now looking for. Let's stay forward. 2-1 Woodbridge. York United Academy are back in the affair here. Here's Pinto getting pulled by Giovannini. Leaves it low for Joe Mack. Back goes backwards to Nabil Hakeem. Nabil Hakeem. He's Condello. Condello goes long. Will it work? Headed away instead by the left back. Picked up by Anthony Romaterio. He's got to get acclimated back into this match here tonight. Started strong. Sometimes in matches like this, you can waver on how active you are in the play. Romaterio, very big player for Woodbridge in the center of the park. So is Joe Mack, and frankly, so is the former Unionville Championship man on the ball right now, Benson Wilsall. Wilsall plays that across. Now to Romaterio. Will he have a crack? Delivers instead to Chiquilo, and no fault to him that time. It's very hard to have a punch in like that in a match like this. York United. Can this Academy side get a goal for 3v3 get a win? Aborg, the goal scorer. Gets an infamous goal for him against Woodbridge. Look at that ball carry with the wind backwards. No fault to him that time. It just took off, and Woodbridge won a foul. They're not going to get it. Head referee Ryan Schwepper lets that one fly there. Now coming the other way. Aborg cuts. Condello clears. But not far until Taylor. Taylor, will he have a goal? He does, but the field goal is wide that time and out of play. As he gets under it, not over it. The wind says, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya on that attempted shot at goal. 45 minutes in. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast thus far. We're bringing it to you as best as we could. Please bear with us in this atrocious Mother Nature evening here tonight. Are we going to be lucky? If it clears up, I don't think so. But we hope so. Here's Giovannini. Giovannini driving. Now he cuts to the middle of the park. Plays it back. Marshall has to try to track. He can't, and it comes to the center back in Kanostowski on a caution. He plays that one to Rabel. Rabel now to the left back. Looking. Lopez and Chickens onto it. Trying to get things rolling forward as a York United Academy side. That's a big touch, but it's controlled. Rabel, I should say, and now he finds the man named Kanostowski playing it forward. The wind holding it up. Aborg does well to control it, though. Aborg, the goal scorer. Taylor, 1-2 combo. Now to Lansor, the Guatemalan. Plays that one aside to Abdullah. Abdullah now finds his man on the far flank, and here come York United Academy. Good play, an interchange play on the far side. Looking for an equalizer. Oh, the lines are scuffed by Aborg. That should be 2-2. A big chance for Malik Aborg, a 22-year-old. One of the oldest men on the team. Goes over top the goal and out of play. Stuffing his lines on this wet, slippery surface. Looking for an equalizer. Flick on header. Marshall, there's going to be a misplay, and oh, that ball not intended by the referee. There was no push from Marshall. They just missed it in the header of the center back. That one was spot that time by the sense of how it looked, in my opinion. Free kick for York United Academy. United shot over top of the goal. Tell you one thing, you can't hear much here tonight, but you can hear some York United Academy fans really giving their displeasure. What's happening now? A new ball, maybe? Or some repairs from a York Academy side player here. York United Academy side. Say that 5 times fast. Woodbridge 2, York United Academy 1. On a Wednesday night at the Grove in the Bridge in the second round of the L1ON Ontario Men's Cup. It's a pleasure to have you join us. I'm Nicholas Fury, the voice of the Bridge, bringing you this play-by-play live on Spider for Woodbridge Strikers Cup Match Day Live. The winner plays either FC London or North Mississauga in the quarterfinal of the Men's Cup in the 2025 campaign. Woodbridge are going to feel they should get it, but York United Academy are looking to be a tougher and stiffer competition here as the match prevails. Woodbridge is controlling the majority of the play. Here's Joe Mack, but can they get offensively going again? Their offense has been stymied for the time being from this academy side. 39 minutes in. Woodbridge up by 1. Wolsall in the middle of the park. Fresh off a Team of the Week performance with Ronaldo Marshall. In week 5, here's Denson Wolsall again. What a good little nifty player in the middle of the park. Mack flicked on the back of the outside of the boot to Pinto. Pinto threads the needle. Can Romaterio thread it to Marshall? Marshall looks to be in. Marshall shooting wide. A chance goes begging for Ronaldo Marshall and the Strikers. Better though from Woodbridge offensively that time. Pinto gets it back, and that's found to Wolsall. Wolsall to Mack to Chiquilo to Mack. Mack has Marshall. He might pick him out. Might fall for Santillan shooting. Wide of the mark. And chance for Woodbridge is Alexander Santillan goes begging. Are close to making it 3, and they make it 4 and go and go and go. They need to execute because this game is tight, it's close, and it's still in reach for York United Academy. That was close. Marshall almost pulled off from the keeper. That would have been an easy goal. Carmen Fiore. Fiore. Good touch to Aromaterio. Aromaterio trying to thread the needle. He can't. He has to try to get going again tonight here. Here's Fiore trying to get the ball. Good play. And York United Aborg now take it forward. Can he get it in the penalty area? Aborg shooting across the goal mouth, and it's off a man of Woodbridge into touch for a York United Academy corner kick. Can York United Academy strike on their second set piece of the match? They already have one corner kick goal off the volley. Looking for another to equalize it here. The header is up. That time away by York United. And now getting up again are Woodbridge. Not far enough. Comes to Taylor. He'll look to try. Taylor cuts. Good foot by Condello. Doesn't clear though that wide. Oh, should say. Collected now. Rabel. On the far flank it goes. Onside. Delivery is in. Flicked up and out by Aromaterio to Wilsal. Wilsal to Aromaterio. He's got to find his man on the far side. And Will to Justin Chiquilo. Chiquilo. Will he cook his man here again? Has Wilsal going. Chiquilo cutting. He gets pulled back and he gets the foul. Mac quickly from Chiquilo. Chiquilo to Mac. Now back to Nabil Hakim. Finds Gianluca Condello. Condello to Hakim. Hakim inside the Wilsal, and in this surface you gotta have a perfect touch. He doesn't. He loses it. Aborg is off. And away to the races again. That is not a foul. Advantage play on, it seems to be. Or no advantage at all. It was never gonna be, it seems to be, from the ref. And here is Taylor cutting. Taylor again tries to cut. Ball in the midsection of him and Aromaterio. One by Woodbridge, and here's Chiquilo. Chiquilo to Mac. Mac, 1-2 combination with Chiquilo, but it's off a York boot and out of play for Woodbridge throw. Chance here, Chiquilo. Chiquilo driving. And that goes out of play for Woodbridge corner kick.
The fourth officials indicate that there will be a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
Stoppage there. Woodbridge just warming up a little bit close to the goal. Corner kick, Woodbridge in the final minute of play here in the first half. I'm sure everyone's going to love to get into the halftime interval. Can Woodbridge get their third goal at the death of the half? Has to be a good delivery. Get it in the penalty area. Go short instead. Chiquilo. Chiquilo cut. And he lost it to Joe Mack. He lost it to York United. Joe Mack gets it. Now to Chiquilo. Chiquilo pushed there from behind, and a foul called on York United. A little bit too aggressive that time. From Kenistowski, who's on a caution. He's got to be wary of it. So a free kick. Honestly, that wasn't the greatest of quarterbacks, but they get a second opportunity in the final seconds of the half. This will be the final kick or so of the game, and he'll let the ball clear and goes to the back of the net. Free kick, Woodbridge. It will be Mac standing over top of it. Will he try to go for goal? Who knows in this surface of a game? He does low, looking for a flick on, out for a corner for Woodbridge. And the referee, Ryan Schweiger, is going to let it go with 25 seconds past the first minute of minimum added time. You got to remember that word, minimum. Another corner kick. This time Joe Mack's got to deliver it in the penalty area. 2 set pieces doesn't come to fruition for the Strikers. Can they get this one in? Mack the delivery. It's an in-swinger. And over top of the goal, and it's halftime.
The halftime score is your Woodbridge Strikers 2, York United Academy 1. We'll see you back on screen in about 15 minutes for second half of the Cup. Woodbridge
Short Canadian Academy, Nicholas Road, the voice of the French. Don't go anywhere, folks. We know we're going to see you for the second half. It's Woodbridge, United Academy 1.
all the latest League One Ontario match updates, scores, stats, standings, and news updates. Be sure to download the new League One Live app for free from the Apple or Android app stores. Also, be sure to check out the League One Ontario website, www.league1ontario.com, powered by Comment. You can also stay connected to League One Ontario on social media. You can follow League One Ontario on Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Also, be sure to subscribe to League One Ontario TV on YouTube to view full matches, highlights, and feature stories throughout the 2025 season. We'd like to acknowledge the following club partners for their generous support: Green Clean, Elite Suites, our Fieri Automotive Group, Ice Cream Patio, and Venue Event Space. We'd like to also acknowledge the following league partners: the Cruyff Institute, educating the future leaders of the soccer industry, Gatorade, Hydrate, Replenish, and Fuel. One Soccer is the home of soccer in Canada. Follow your favorite League One alumni as they compete in the Canadian Premier League, the TELUS Canadian Championship, and with our Canadian national teams also exclusively on One Soccer. Derby Star, the official ball of Canadian Premier League and preferred match ball for League One Ontario. Hummel, the official apparel supplier of League One. Vibe Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, our game, our country, our league. And Ontario Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. Ladies and gentlemen, for all the people that could be watching in their cars right now facing Von Grove Stadium, could you please turn off your car lights as both teams' players and match officials request them. We appreciate your appreciation. And please turn off the lights in the car. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, on request of the match official and both teams and players, can you please turn off your car lights facing Bonneville Stadium? We appreciate your kindness and respectfulness and integrity of the match. Thank you very much.
everybody to Vaughan Grove Stadium in the bridge for League One Ontario Men's Cup action. Second round between York United Academy and your Woodbridge Strikers. I'm Nicholas Reed, voice of the bridge. We're going to spend the fourth year running here. Grove in the bridge, live on Spido. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers match day live on a Wednesday match. 4 years running already. The only team in League One Ontario structure to have a home live streaming broadcast every single League One Ontario men and women from your division and cup matches. Pleasure to have you join us on a rainy, windy, cold, late May. I read on CP24 this morning it's the coldest stretch in 2 decades that we have on store in a 10 to 2 weeks. So that should be fun. Is that an indication where June can be hot? Rather plus 40 than minus 30. Rather sweat than freeze. That's just the fact. Right now, we are freezing. Here in Woodbridge, 10 degrees feels like 3. More like feels like -5. Needless to say, Woodbridge up 2-1, courtesy of goals from Luca Pinto in the 6th minute, Ronaldo Marshall in the 22nd minute off of PK, yellow card to Bodan Kanishtovsky in the 23rd minute for York United Academy, and then Malik Haborg in the 30th minute for 2-1.
Woodbridge Strikers substitutions at the half. Entering the match, number 23, Jordan Hendricks. Exiting the match, number 22, Tenzin Rosal. Entering the match, number 15, Joseph Fidi. Exiting the match, number 13, Alexander Centurion. York United Academy substitution at the half. Entering the match, number 49, Matteo Galetti. Exiting the match, number 34, Anthony Umanzor.
So, as you heard on the announcements, you know it's the double duty when you hear and watch the broadcast live or after on League One Ontario on YouTube. Joseph Fini and Jordan Hendricks entering the match for Woodbridge. Exiting the match is Alexander Centillion and Tenzin Wosal for York United Academy. Matteo Galati entering the match for Anthony Manzo. And now it's Woodbridge back on it. Hendricks has Pinto going. You gotta find him. Can Pinto get onto it here? He does. What a move. Pinto centering. Comes across the goal. Melzak comes in blocked. A massive blocking intervention there off of Shaquille's shot. That could have been 3 for Woodbridge. Could that have saved the game here? Ontario now. Looking, and he finds Condello. Watching Woodbridge Strikers match day live on on spot. Nicholas Fury, voice of the Rich Rios, played by Play. Hope you're enjoying it on spot. Oh, that's a poor ball that time by Fury. Now onto this Pinto. Sending it to Marshall, the keeper way out. And he clears. Pinto throws it back. Fury's got to time it. And excuse me, Condello does, and Condello does neatly. Condello very patient there. It's risky in this surface, in this play atmosphere tonight. The field is not favoring anyone. The wind now, though, is favoring York United, favoring in their direction. Meanwhile, Woodbridge are against it. That's why it was a big goal for Abel again, York United Academy, to cut the lead to halfway through the half. Neil Hakeem finds Gianluca Condello. Condello looking for real estate forward. He finds Anthony Romatario in the channel. Back to Condello though it goes. Condello. Go back to Carano. Be careful how you pass the ball on this surface. Here's Condello. He'll slip and slide. Condello. Hendricks gotta move the ball. Does to Fiore. Fiore goes back, finds a Romatario in the center of the park. Romatario now tries to go long. Doesn't have Pinto, has Fiore. Fiore to Mac. Mac looking for something forward. York United playing a decently high line here. Here's Condello. Has Pinto. Pinto's onside. But back to Hendricks. Hendricks, good ball to Marshall. Marshall turning. And gives it away. It's got to be better for Ronaldo Marshall that time. Ball thread forward. Good intervention by Condello, and that's better for Marshall. He knew he had to get it back for his team, and he did. Fiore to Carano. Carano, chip play to Fiore. Good first touch on the chest. Bring it down neatly. Fiore clears and keeps it in. Hendricks looks to come on to it. And gives it away for a Woodbridge throw. Not the greatest of plays that time by the number 47 in Davin Cheun. Or was that 40? Excuse me, 40. It's given away. Chiquilo on the break. Chiquilo! Break! And it's in the back of the net, and a big goal for Woodbridge. A brace for Chiquilo. And Woodbridge are up 3-1.
Feel the vibe, everybody come alive.
Giveaway from Finn Rabel, and Chelsea Chiquilo puts it in.
Feel the vibe, everybody come alive.
Woodbridge strikers goal! Scored by number 7 in the 53rd minute, Justin Chiquilo!
Remember, my apologies on the call. It's not a brace from Chiquilo. It's Pinto, Marshall, and Chiquilo. So that's one each. And Chiquilo scores in back-to-back matches. That's where I got that brace idea from. A turnover, though, from Rabel. And it was Chiquilo who was able to put the ball in the back of the net. Pinto looks to get it going again here. But York United Academy looked to clear. That's a big goal for Woodbridge to strike to make it 3-1. 2-goal lead restored for the Strikers. Here's Mac winning the ball back. Looking for Hendricks. Has Marshall going. Hendricks still hangs on to it. Now back to Mac. Mac can swing. Romatario has a further swing. And it's a brilliant ball to the outside. Delivery comes in. Backheel chance. Marshall. It's slit. Oh, what a save, but it's offside. It was a good stop from Michael Williams, though. Read the ball. Shot one to his right. Kept it out. But offside on the play anyway. Substitution coming up, looks like. And in the air, Finn Ringel is exiting the match. For this Carrasco.
York United Academy substitution in the 55th minute. Entering the match, number 38, Lucas Di Verasco. Exiting the match, number 40, Finn Rabel.
So Finn Rabel is able to continue here with a substitution coming from the head coach. Field Tanaro. Here, the captain looking forward, trying to get things going to Smith. Given away by Abdullah, and now forward for Pinto. Luca Pinto has a man open on the far side. Is Chiquilo. Pinto threads the needle through, but the keeper is aggressive there, and just a little bit too late there from Pinto, as Chiquilo could have been in, looking for a brace. My goodness gracious, it is cold tonight. Here is Mac trying to get it, but I headed it down by Abdullah, looking forward. Abdullah trying to get it back. Fiore taking him out. And a foul called on the number 5, Carmen Fiore. 3-1. The lead favoring the host. Here tonight, Woodbridge up 3-1, looking for a date in the quarterfinal against either FC London or North Mississauga. Woodbridge could feel maybe the cup is there this season, but you gotta get the job done. Delivery, wind parrying, Carano punching it away. Couldn't that be a magical goal in the wind? Romaterio gets it back, and Chiquilo tries to win on the far side, taken instead by Giovannini, and out to touch for a Woodbridge throw-in. 57 minutes in, 3-1 for Woodbridge. That goes out to touch. Into touch for a throw in for York United Academy. Ping pong right now in the far side of the park, just trying to get control and possession here. That is a foul, though, called against Woodbridge. So an in-swinging delivery, looking for York United Academy in the 58th minute, trying to get it back here. Ball carrying, it might fall Mayboard, but it's taken by Romaterio. He'll go long, and it's a beautiful ball to Justin Chiquilo. Chiquilo in. Can he have the wheels to get it? Oh, and a slap there in the face. Might be a caution on York United Academy. It is. As Chiquilo gets a nifty Mike Tyson jab right in the jaw. He held it and played it across. Could have been another one for Woodbridge, but he was trying to do so when he cut back. And a caution there. Is it lucky for York United Academy? There's no dismissal. That hand got high. One of the last men coming back. That's all I'm going to say. Chiquilo declined the trainer there. It's up to him to do so. And it will be Fini standing over top of this in-swinging free kick. He's not going to crack it here. Joseph Fini is going to try and chip this one in. Delivery is there, carrying back post and wide. A little bit too much there from Fini. By Condello.
Yellow card issued in the 59th minute to York United's captain, number 50, Matthew Smith.
Here is Hendricks, had Marshall going. As number 38 was draped all over him, Vidarascu. He's giving Ronaldo Marshall a nice little bear hug. Saying, you ain't getting by me. I'll do whatever I can. Linesman said he saw it. Petros Vasilos going at it a little bit there with assistant referee with Ronaldo Marshall. That's fairly interesting. Funny story, I played with the assistant referee back in League 1 Ontario with Aurora, where our head coach was Jimmy Brennan. Feels like a lifetime ago. Now he's an official in the league and a broadcaster in the league. Look at that. Storylines galore. Years of experience. Here's Hendricks now for Woodbridge, trying to gain his experience season in and season out for the Strikers. Here is Fiore. Now to Pinto. Luca Pinto threading the needle. Romaterio. Hendricks got that one miscued that time to Romo. That goes out the touch for a Woodbridge throw. Controlled now by the Strikers. It's Fiore. Spins it to Joe Mack. Mack will go across to Nabil Hakim. 62 minutes in. Hakim to Mack. Mack backwards to Condello. Luca Condello. Push from behind is going to get the foul. Mack looking to play quickly. Instead goes backwards to Hakim. Nabil Hakim finds Carmen Fiore. Fiore. Good ball to Hendricks. Hendricks is in on the near side. Cuts it back to Chiquilo. Chiquilo first touch. That time let him down. And looking to play it forward is Joshua Lopez. Lopez does. Now the substitutes onto it. And the York United Academy look to get it forward. Aborg wanting in the middle of the field. Cut back. A good intervention by Anthony Romaterio. He finds Justin Chiquilo. Chiquilo taken down hard. And he doesn't like how that foul prevailed. Condello to Hakim. Hakim back to Condello. 63 minutes in. 3-1 for Woodbridge. Can they book their place in the Cup quarterfinal? Good ball. Chiquilo to Romaterio. Anthony Romaterio. Outside to Ronaldo Marshall. Marshall looking to play it down the line. He'll control and find Feeney down the line. 1-2 combination with Marshall. Marshall onto the loose ball again. Trying to have a centering effort. He'll drop it off for Joseph Feeney. Leaves it. And now Mack is onto it. Mack to Condello. Gianluca Condello stepping up into the action now. Romaterio wants the ball. Finds it. Romaterio at the edge of the penalty area on the corner. Good play. Hendricks. Hendricks wants the shot. A good save, and better enough, he held on to it there. Michael Williams in this slippery surface. It's a great catch and grab there from Williams. Hendricks, his ball and shot had an eye for goal. Williams denied him, or else that could have been the tie for York United Academy. Abdullah on the near side now, plays the captain. Here's Matthew Smith. Smith driving. Trying to thread the needle across, couldn't connect that time. An intervention by Hendricks. Strikers are just a little delayed here coming back. Now they get onside, but it's found to Joe Mack. Ooh. That was a dangerous slide in there from Matteo Galati. That's unnecessary. Los Eagles checks up on Joe Mack, not wanting a caution. Up.
York United Academy substitutions in the 66th minute. Entering the match, number 44, Yakov Laxman. Exiting the match, number 48, Malik Aborg. Entering the match, number 51, Parush Jamshidi. Exiting the match, number 33, Joshua Lopez.
So Jamshidi and Lakshman in for Aborg as for York United Academy. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Match Day live on Spidey or Nicholas Fury, the voice of the Rich, bringing us play-by-play on a Wednesday evening in the L1ON Ontario Men's Cup second round. The winner goes to the quarterfinal to face either FC London or North Mississauga as they play next Wednesday night, the 28th. 3-1 Woodbridge, courtesy of goals from Luca Pinto, Ronaldo Marshall, and Justin G. Kilo. One goal from Aborg, who just got substituted. Malik Aborg got his team back in it, but now it's all Woodbridge, and they're going to make a couple more changes here. One more change, looks like 7 in, 19 out, meaning, excuse me, the opposite way around. Justin G. Kilo out, and Ethan Aguiar Danso in.
Woodbridge Strikers substitution, the 68th minute. Entering the match, number 19, Ethan Aguiar Danso. Exiting the match, number 7, Justin G. Kilo.
So the youngsters in this match, been with Woodbridge for several years. The 19-year-old now gets his cup debut this season. Can he get things going? Shot comes in from distance. Come back over top of the goal and out. Smith with the ball. Now off a Woodbridge man. Throw in for the captain. Taken by Fiore. Fiore getting harassed there from Giovannini. And Giovannini causes a foul. Looks like the rain might be eased up a little bit here, but the wind is still booming at a high rate. Ball forward now as we're trying to get maybe an insurance moment here. They're satisfied with staying at bay, but they know they need at least one to get some impactfulness moving forward up the pitch. In other words, Woodbridge. Ronaldo Marshall is done for the evening. His place is Anthony Morano, making his season debut, coming back from NCAA and from his injury.
Substitution, the 70th minute for your Woodbridge Strikers. Entering the match, number 21, Anthony Morano. Exiting the match, number 9, Ronaldo Marshall.
Romano was an absolute superstar last season. He gets in, coming back from injury, wants it right away. Pinto, Luca Pinto threading it through to Anthony Morano. Morano centering off of York head. You know, back comes Smith the other way now. York United Academy captain. There is a chance forward here. Onside. And an opportunity here for the substitute. Jashmidi cuts back. Wanting the foul, not going to get it. And a good play by Condello with the good defensive intervention. Condello goes long. Oh, the surface almost prevailed for him there. Trying to send Danso. Good intervention, but Jeff Schmiede should have done or could have done better with it. And Carano will leave it as it's offside on the far side on York United Academy. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Match Day live on Spidey. I'm Nicholas Fury, the voice of the Bridge, bringing us play-by-play from Vaughan Grove Stadium in the Bridge for League 1 Ontario Men's Cup action, second round between your Woodbridge Strikers 3, York United Academy 1. It's a pleasure to have you join us here on a wet, rainy, windy, cold, late May evening. The winner will play Mississauga in the quarterfinals, and the winner of that could have Oakville or even maybe Vaughan in the semis. Right now, Woodbridge are on pace for that finish, but a chance here for York United. Can this Academy second going? Bowlers through, onside shot! Oh, mamma mia, what a massive save by David Carano on the substitute. Horus Jasmini, as Carano makes a massive stop there to keep his team up at bay with a 3-1 lead, second minute. Mamma mia, what a big stop from David Carano. And now it's offside. If that goes in, we would have a thrilling finish. But Carano beats the challenge. The youngster plays dividends into a 2-goal cushion so far for Woodbridge. Coming in is L1ON now for Woodbridge, and exiting is Pinto. Interesting substitution made here. But remember, Woodbridge do play on the weekend away against the Simcoe County Rollers. What a match that is. They tied 1-1 in the second game of the season, or one of the first games of the season, I should say, for Woodbridge. The second game, yes, I was right. Trust what you're saying. And it was a 1-1 affair with a 96-minute leveler from Anthony Ontario in that affair. So that should be interesting. Tons of storylines there between Woodbridge and Simcoe this year. That ball is through. Morano on a breakaway to put Woodbridge through in the cup. He shoots, scores! Anthony Morano, mamma mia, Woodbridge up 4-1 in his return from injury.
Woodbridge Strikers goal! Scored in the 74th minute by number 21, Anthony Morano!
Morano from injury to the score sheet. And just like that, the number 21 takes advantage of a slippery surface and a goalie that slipped out as he was coming up for a challenge. But Morano didn't need that. He needed to slip that ball in the back of the net as he would have anyways. It's a 4-1 Woodbridge lead in the second round of the cup here at the Grove in the Bridge in League 1 Ontario Men's Cup action. Tic-tac-toe, it's 4 in a row, and Woodbridge have a 3-goal cushion. Mamma mia, what a finish there, and it's the occasion and the match just too large for these youngsters at York United Academy tonight.
Woodbridge striker substitution in the 73rd minute. Entering the match, number 20, L1ON. Exiting match, number 11, Luca Pinto.
Yes, that was the goal to make it 4, but personally for him, I know the father, know him as well, Anthony, and it feels good when you're up from a long-standing injury from school, NCAA D1 ranks, and you come back and you score. Doesn't matter what level you're at, mamma mia, it feels real darn good. And he needed it, he got it. Beautiful finish at the end of the day for Anthony Morano. Making no mistake in the back of the net. Substitutions upcoming here for either side. Frustration shown for York United Academy, but it was a tough challenge and contest here tonight. And look at the support. Elijah Viet Lee is entering the match for Woodbridge.
York United Academy substitution, the 76th minute, entering match number 88, Yosmar Anaya. Exiting the match number 52, Ardit Abdullah.
Elijah Viet Lee with his first touch as he is back in a Woodbridge uniform. He was out for a while as well. You can see his teammates and fans cheering him on as he enters the match, and it's good for Peter Pinizotto to get him in, up by 3. Bucky gets taken out that time and a foul called on York United Academy. Condello to Viet Lee. On the far side it goes. Feeney looking forward. He wants it, I should say. And now it's thread through, almost onto Danso. Now it is Vorano to Hendricks. Can Woodbridge get 5? Hendricks, big touch there. Controlled the other way. And looking forward is Cheun. Smith looks to get it, and Condello, captain on captain, winning that one, that time for a Woodbridge throw in the 78th minute. More substitutions coming up. I will be honest, I don't know who Elijah Viet Lee came on for. Trying to get the update for you live on the League One app. There's a substitution now. Looks like Nabil Hakim is out for Adrian Anthony. But Elijah Viet Lee, I don't know who he came in for relief.
Woodbridge striker substitution in the 77th minute, entering the match, number 41, Elijah Viet Lee. Exiting match number 5, Carmen Fiore. Striker substitution in the 78th minute, entering match number 2, Adrian Anthony. Exiting match number 14, Nabil Hakim.
So sometimes you just gotta do your own homework. And that time I got that Fiore out for Viet Lee, and now all the 3 center backs are different for Woodbridge. Or excuse me, Condello went to the far left, the captain. 2 of 3 are changed. Fiore out. Viet Lee in, and Hakim out as well. Elijah Viet Lee, look how he's feeling. Defensive intervention. Oh, does he not ever feel good to be back into the lineup? Doing a little jiggy. Up 4-1. My goodness. That is hilarious there from Elijah Viet Lee. A 24-year-old. It's been a while since he's played. July of last season. July of 2024. And Elijah back into the mix for Woodbridge. 80 minutes in. Woodbridge 4, York United Academy 1. Cold, wet, rainy, windy. That's all ball. York United won a foul. You're never getting it that time. That's a tackle from the Woodbridge man. That's out to touch for a Woodbridge throw. 4 different goal scorers for the strikers. Chance here centering. It's there, Hendricks, and a good sliding stop there by Michael Williams. It could have been Hendricks for 5 for Woodbridge. As Randall was trying to center it to him. Smith, the captain, looking forward, finds Giovannini. And Viet Lee takes him out, sit down, and a free kick forward for York United Academy. 5 substitutions made for York United Academy. And all 5 made for Woodbridge. So there should be no more subs here for either side. Free kick here, standing over top of it. Giovannini and Galati. Giovannini, the shot, and it's absolutely wayward. Poor effort that time from Giovannini. 20-year-old tried for a stunner. Minutes into the match. Here is Danso. Igare Danso dancing in to Mac. Mac quickly out, but a weak pass from Mac that time, but I mean, tough for him to get onto it from Danso's fast. Then that ball is run. Look how fast Igare Danso is. He's onto the ball now. Looking, finds Bulky in the middle of the park. Now to Danso. Danso down to Aromaterio. Aromaterio is going to cut in. Who does he have for the layoff? No one that time. Anthony with a good intervention off the shin. Hendricks looks for the ball. Jordan Hendricks does well. Wins it back. A nice backheel pass play for Bulky. Bulky tries to drive as he lost that one, and he spins his man in the process for the foul. Here come York United Academy, and the deflection comes right into Banana. Romaterio trying to thread the needle through to Morano. Look at the speed, get onto the ball. Morano trying to dance in right to left there. And that goes off of him for a goal kick. See the exuberance there from Morano. There's more subs coming up. I think one each. What's Cup is different. Cup is different in the league. You only have 5 subs in the league with, I think, 3 windows, if I'm not mistaken. So 7 substitutions, excuse me, and 5 windows. My apologies. Rules change all the time. So it's not 5, it's 7 changes. That's right, with 5 windows, and halftime is considered a window. So that is my apologies.
York United Academy substitution in the 84th minute. Entering the match, number 41, Brent Kulojoka. Exiting the match, number 47, Davin Cheru. Foul called against Woodbridge. Free kick, York United Academy. 84 minutes in the match. It's all sub work now for Woodbridge. They just got to see it through. Delivery is deep, and it's out of play for a Woodbridge goal kick. I'm Nicholas Shore, the voice of the Bridge. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Matchday live on Smartio for this live play-by-play. Pleasure to have you join us on a Wednesday evening here at the Grove in the Bridge for League 1 Ontario Men's Cup action between your Woodbridge Strikers, who are winning 4-1 over the youngsters at York United Academy. Carrano gets the ball, clearing it forward. 4 different goal scorers for Woodbridge tonight. Luca Pinto started the scoring party in the 6th minute. And it was Ronaldo Marshall in the 22nd on the PK. Justin Chiquillo in the 53rd for Woodbridge. And the substitute Anthony Morano in the 74th. Substitutions being made at a premium now for head coach Peter Pinizzotto for Woodbridge and Silvio Tanaru for York United Academy. But the occasion and the goal a little bit outmatched here tonight, in my personal opinion. Walkie to Mac. Joe Mac. That's a chop and a half, and is that going to be a caution? To number 88. The substitute. card issued to York United Academy in the 86th minute for number 88, L1ON Anaya.
Yellow card for an aggressive kick up the heels there and chop down. Tick-tock on the clock if we want to get out of here tonight. 4 minutes left plus added time. It is a goal. Mamma mia. Here's a Romaterio. Oh, I can't wait for July. Can't even promise good weather in June. Romaterio finds Hendricks. That goes back, and it's not the greatest of balls back, and the clearance holds up here. And Mack, ooh, careful. And Mack is going to get a foul call with him. Don't want to take anything crazy now for the injury department. You want to get out of this game clean. Knock on for Woodbridge. 87 minutes in. Game ticking away here for York United Academy. Hendricks will just go all the way back to Carano. Woodbridge really showing their offensive prowess tonight. Their strikers scoring at will. All three of them up top, putting it in. Here's the captain, Smith. Smith trying to thread a through ball forward. That's nothing in the channel, and that's out for a ball kick. You can get the feel that both teams just want this one to end tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind if there's no added time by the fourth official. I don't think anyone would mind tonight. Here comes York United Academy on a steal. On a center it. Good intervention, Elijah Vietney. Woodbridge coming forward. That's turned over. Back now with Mack. Mack, that's going to stop the turf. Carano's got to clear. The wind's going to hold that one up. Look at that roll back. Header forward. And Hendricks does well to have a little bit of a juke play there. And that goes off of his man. Hendricks kicking off a man in the touch. The 88th minute. Tick-tock, tick-tock. That's a misplay and then a slip from Kanasnovsky. Got an early yellow card. Still playing and avoiding a second. 89 minutes in. Header down, a chance for consolation for York United Academy and a foul against just speeding on Elijah Vietney. Not much added time here. Every minute counts still. Mack forward to Morano. Anthony Morano. Onto the ball. Bodying it up cleanly. Trying to get that one through 2 on 2. 2 on 1. Oh! That's gotta be a caution there to the captain. A kick right on the back of the leg of Morano after he nutmegged one and absolutely dummied two players on the near side. Not what you want to see when a player comes back from injury. Just a little bit of a clip, though. He's fine. But still, you never know. And here's Joe Mack. I didn't see any time go up.
The fourth officials indicate that there will be a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
So 1 minute, and we're all about done here tonight. I have to see when we're back here, though, for a Woodbridge game. Looks like it'll be the month of June. The men's against Rosapi, 7 p.m. and the women's June 8th against Vaughan. Oh, that's a good one. On June 8th, excuse me. So next time we here for any Premier Division game is Sunday, June 1st, for men's game versus Wasabi. What a massive game that is. Foul. Alright, refs, let's get this show on the road here. Foul call. Final action. We are in the solo remaining minute. This match is over and Woodbridge are going to move on.
The final score is your Woodbridge Strikers 4, York United Academy 1, which means your Woodbridge Strikers advance in the League One Ontario Men's Cup to the quarterfinals to either take on North Mississauga or FC London. We'll be back here at Von Grove for a men's match, Sunday, June 1st, versus Wasabi FC.